Hi, welcome. Now I'm going to show you what is SUMSQ function and what is the usage of it. Okay, so what is SUMSQ function? Okay, I'll type it here and we will see the description. SUMSQ. Okay, SUMSQ function returns the sum of the squares of the arguments. The arguments can be numbers, array names, or references to cells that contain numbers. Okay, SUMSQ function is nothing but if you pass a set of numbers into SUMSQ, it will give you the sum of the squares. Okay, for example, if you pass just 2 and 3, two numbers, okay, then it will sum it up the squares of these two numbers. Okay, 2 is 4 and 3 is 9, so it's supposed to be 4 plus 9, which is 13. Okay, so now if you pass instead of numbers, you can pass a list. I'll show you two number list. Okay, SUMSQ of just to pass the list. Okay, then what happens here, you get 34. How it derives 34, I'll show to you. This 3 into 3, okay, the same cell. Okay, 9, and similarly, what is this number? Square of 5. Okay, so 25. If you add together, then you will get the sum of the squares. 9 plus 25, 34. Okay, this is the way the function behaves. If you give a single number, what is the return of sum of squares is just only one number, so only the square of that number. SUMSQ of okay, which is 4. Okay, similarly, if you have 3 numbers, you can also see the SUMSQ of 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, which is nothing but 1 plus 4 plus 9, 14. Okay, so this is the way the SUMSQ function works. Okay, we have a list here and we will see what is the result of this list. Okay, in SUMSQ function. Okay, SUMSQ just to pass the full set of array, the full set. Okay, then it will return back 48,862. Okay, how it derives, each number is multiplied by itself. Okay, this number into the same A2. Okay, every item in the list is squared. Okay, then all these squares are added together equal to sum of all these squares. Close the bracket. See, 48,862. so that means not for a small list, for a very big list you can get the squares and their sums by the sum square. Okay, so when you have a very big list of thousands of numbers and you want the sum of squares, you can use straight away the function SUMSQ. Most of the time the people who do analysis, they forget to use SUMSQ functions, and they used to have multiplication of each number by itself, get the square, then finally they bring the sum. Okay, but there is a function available, SUMSQ. People are very familiar with the sum functions and SUMIF functions, but not a SUMSQ function. But I encourage and I introduce to you this function, SUMSQ function, to use it in your analysis and calculations. But in statistical formulas and other things, you can see lot of times the mathematical formulas involve sum of squares. Okay, such instance you can use SUMSQ function. Okay, finally, for the fun part of it, we can just verify a formula, sum of squares of n, where n is it's a number of positive integers from starting with 1. Okay, so if you want a sequence of positive integers from 1 to 6 or whatever, you want to do the sum. Okay, here I use the sum square function to see the sum of squares. Okay, 91, but there is a formula which also gives the sum of squares, so we just verify that. Okay, here in this case 1 to 6, the continuous positive integers, sum of squares will be n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6, where n is 6, so it will become 6 into 6 plus 1 7 into 2 times 6 12 plus 1 13 divided by 6, so you got 91. Okay, the same answer. So I hope this video is helpful to you and introduces the SUMSQ function, and please subscribe to my channel, and God bless you.